Chicken feeds the world, but what if there was a better method of production that was better for everything involved? The land, the chickens, the people. What if it tasted better and was healthier for us? What if it fueled local economies and connected communities back to the farms their food comes from? Pastured poultry isn't new to the planet, but it's new to the modern market. We think the world should know about it. In today's world, people are concerned with where their meat comes from. In chicken farming, production is primarily disconnected from the consumer, leaving a lot of unanswered questions. Pastured poultry is transparent, and we want people to know how we grow our chickens.
So pastured poultry is chickens were raised in as natural environment as you can, and for us that means putting them out here, right here on the pasture, with daily moves, so they have constant access to fresh pasture, bugs, grass, scratching in the dirt, doing things that make a chicken a chicken.
Pastured poultry is pretty much just raising chickens on grass. That's the simple version. There's a lot in that. It means daily rotations. It means managing the grass, managing the birds. We do it for a lot of reasons. It produces a better product. It's good for the land. You know, instead of the manure that the birds produce being a problem, it's an asset. It builds our fields, builds the soil, builds the local wildlife ecology. And it produces a better product. The birds get exercise. It directly affects the tone of the meat. And it also imparts flavor. The birds pick up a lot of bugs, grains, grass, legumes. There's a wide variety of things that they eat, and that also helps build the flavor.
The nutrient cycling and environmental footprint of pastured poultry is brilliant. Chickens consume vegetation and insects and deposit it directly back in the form of manure, helping build soils. Specialized mobile chicken pens protect them from predators and provide shade and shelter. The pens are moved daily, allowing birds fresh grass and bugs. They also have daily access to high-quality rations.
Typically in pastured poultry, our producers strive to have the best feed possible, which can be different than the traditional poultry industry where they're trying to be as cost-effective as possible. By running them out on pasture, we don't need antibiotics because we're constantly moving them onto the fresh ground. We don't need medications like coccidiostats, which aren't labeled, but most chickens in the United States have, that consumers aren't aware of, because our chickens are clean. So poultry originally were outdoors, but then as the industry grew, they went indoors specifically because of challenges faced by nature. You know, you had predation, you had weather, you had disease, but we're learning that it's actually, chickens do better outside in terms of health, in terms of freshness of air, the sunshine, the disinfecting aspects of UV light and wind. Pastured poultry harnesses the good things about nature.
This brings up a great question. What about the taste? Is there a difference in the taste of pastured poultry versus the typical chicken you'd buy at the store?
So these chickens, pasture-raised chickens, you know, they're growing on grass that's, you know, in this area, the climate in this area, and that affects the flavor. So when guests come to the restaurant, when they eat the chicken, they're going to get that truly unique flavor profile of our region. But in using pastured birds, like working with them, you can see the difference immediately, you know, from the skin. Firmer texture, you can stuff herbs and aromatics into the skin without the skin ripping. And when you crisp that up in a pan, it renders out and it flavors the bird. It is just a night and day cooking experience. The flavor too is just, you know, kind of incredible. It's more meaty, it's more, you know, juicy. A roasted pastured bird is not compared to, you know, a commodity product. When I'm looking to cook high quality food, those are the characteristics I'm looking for.
There's a lot of 5-star chefs in Dallas that really love the taste of our chicken. It's a good tasting chicken. Chefs don't worry as much about the health properties. They want their food to taste good. We have some health food customers that don't worry as much about the taste, they want it to be healthy. It's the same chicken. Pastured poultry gives you the opportunity to have great tasting, but also very nutritious food.
Come on, bird. Nope, you're going the wrong way. Come on. Let's go. Come on, sweetheart. Yep. Oh! We'll catch them up Sunday night after church. And then we'll go through our slaughtering facility. That's government inspected. They'll be on people's plates by next weekend. So within 8 days. And, you know, they'll be in fried chicken restaurants and swanky Italian places.
A good man takes care of his animals, and animal welfare is very important to a conscientious farmer. And a chicken that can scratch in the dirt, eat grass and bugs, is just going to be a happier chicken.
Conventional poultry farming is static, whereas pastured poultry is movement-based. We're continuously on the move across the pasture with our birds. The methods we use in pastured poultry produce a more flavorful, better textured, healthier bird for our consumers.
This is a very unique product. You can go to the store and buy things with certain labels, organic, cage-free, these sorts of labels that we can put on items, and I respect what they're trying to do to improve their product above the status quo. But raised on pasture with daily moves is a special product that can't be easily replicated.
Other people they portray themselves as us. Yeah, you know, like we don't do a good job of marketing who we are, and the ones that don't do what we do a good job of marketing that they do it like us. In a food system that's increasingly opaque and global, it's a powerful thing to be able to buy your food from a local neighboring farm.
Pastured poultry producers are local farmers. They're active members of the community. And by using pastured poultry, you'll be eating healthier food that tastes better, supporting sustainable farming practices, putting money back into the local economy. The American Pastured Poultry Producers Association is a trade organization that encourages the production, processing, marketing, and purchasing of poultry raised on pasture. We see pastured poultry as the best model for the environment. It provides the most humane growing conditions for chickens in the poultry industry. And it's an economically sensible poultry production method that can feed communities uniquely nutritious, delicious, and humanely raised chicken, eggs, turkey, ducks, geese, and guineas. Find a local pastured poultry farmer in your region at www.apppa.org.